Matt, thank you for your time. It's been another busy month on and off the pitch. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. You're not wrong. Obviously busy on the pitch, still winning games, which has been great for the football club. Darren again getting manager of the month, so just keeping with the momentum previously. So yeah, all good, thanks.
So we'll start with on the pitch, as you touched on there, the gaffer picking up back-to-back Manager of the Month awards. It's a big accomplishment, not just for him, but for the club in general. Yeah,
and I think Darren's the first to sort of say that yes, we're winning football games, and rightly so, the team and Darren get a lot of recognition, but in order for that to happen, there's got to be a lot of support off the pitch as well, and that's Darren's team and all the support staff down in the first team and the players, but also all the staff that we see day in day out in the football club. And great example of that was just this week, where we've had lots of snow, lots of ice, and a number of the club staff, academy staff and foundation staff were out there shoveling that snow, making sure that we got a training game on, that the lads could train and all prepare well for what is a really good start to the season.
And how important is it that you said obviously you wanted to make a close-knit group within the club? How important is it when you see examples of staff out there with shovels, when it's not their job to be shoveling the pitch, but pulling together and pulling in the right direction for the good of the team?
Yeah, well, I actually felt awful because I want to hear. I know, but it genuinely is. It's a great showcase of what we want to be as a football club. Everyone, without an email went out for a bit of help outside on the training pitch, and straight away everyone's down there. It's freezing cold, some not actually wearing appropriate footwear, but hey ho, and it was great. And just the sense of togetherness and bringing the whole club together. And I know that it meant a lot to Darren, meant a lot to the team, but equally it means a lot to everyone in here that we do set things up right.
And when you touch on the club coming together, a few weeks ago we came together to remember those that have gone before.
Yeah, well, I think the whole match day we're now looking at from an experience point of view, and Remembrance was another good example of that, where the whole supporter base comes together, the club comes together, and I've said a number of times how powerful a few thousand people are when they're silent, and I think that was on that day again just showed everything good about the local community, Port Vale supporters and the club, and we want to continue to make sure that we are theming games, that we're making it a real enjoyable experience, and we're entertaining supporters, we're entertaining people whilst they're here, not just while they're watching the football, before the game and after the game as well.
And talking of entertaining supporters, the gaffer spoke in depth about how important the support has been, especially over the last couple of weeks away from home. Obviously we had the loss against Gillingham, but to get right behind the team again for that big win against Morecambe last week.
Yeah, absolutely. They come out in the numbers and the voices, and I'm talking here before the crew game on Monday, but we're expecting a really busy Vale Park on Monday night, and that is something that we're all really keen on, momentum, and getting momentum of supporters coming to the game, getting fans that maybe haven't been for a couple of seasons for different reasons, getting them back to Vale Park, but equally getting new people and getting new families, new supporters, new members of our community getting into Vale Park and experiencing the feel-good factor that football can bring.
And to get them supporters to Vale Park, we've recently announced the Flexi tickets have made a return, and half-season tickets again for another season, to make coming to Vale Park as accessible and as affordable as possible. Yeah,
we spoke as a group about how we do that, how season ticket holders are absolutely integral to so much that we do here at Vale Park, and having the commitment of a season is, we can't lose sight of how important that is. However, we know that people want to consume the football in so many different ways now, and as a football club we have to react to that. We've got to understand that, and having options of affordable ways of people coming to a lot of games, and the majority of games as we go into next season, into the new year, so into the second half of this season, is really important. So yeah, excited about the half season, excited about the Flexi tickets, and let's see how many more we can get here to Vale Park.
And it's quite a broad question, but obviously getting more supporters through the gates. What kind of a difference does that make to the club, both on and off the field? Because obviously they're in the stands getting behind the team, but what kind of difference does it make to the club off the field?
Well, simply from a commercial point of view, more people that we can get in here, more benefit we get financially, which means we're able to look at how we use that extra bit of funding, extra bit of money coming in, which is, imperative, especially for clubs like us, where we want to make improvements, but when we do have decisions to make where, we've just one example at the moment, the groundsman shed, we've got real problems with the groundsman shed, and that's going to have to get, it's got a demolition order, it's going to cost the club £50,000, and that's £50,000 that we've got to find from somewhere, and we don't want to be having to make, difficult decisions where, you're pitting one project against another, and, getting people here to Vale Park, spending their hard-earned money, but supporting the club can help with all those things. And equally, and I'm sure Darren will say exactly the same thing, having more people in the stadium, having a more vibrant atmosphere, making sure that it's as intimidating, as loud as it can for away fans and an away team, is exactly what is going to help us continue to win football games. And the players, the players buzz off the atmosphere. They've said that a number of times, and making sure that we get a full Vale Park with a buzzing atmosphere just will help us win games. Fact.
And as well as supporters supporting the club, this week has been the EFL's Week of Action, where we highlight the great work that the foundation does for the club to support supporters and the wider community. Just how proud are you, first of all, of the work that the foundation does, not just this week, but every day of the year? And when you see the gaffer and the players buying into that and being involved in them activations, you must be really proud of that.
Extremely proud, but I will say it's the community club. I think the foundation deliver so many unbelievable projects that literally change lives, but we are unapologetic in being so focused on community as a football club, and we want to improve lives around the local area. We want to make lives a little bit happier and give people smiles from the local area and the local community, and that's as a club. The foundation are an integral part of the club. We don't see the foundation as a separate entity or something that is running alongside the club. It's front and centre. The delivery and what Will Turner and the team do is fantastic, and Week of Action shines a light on it. So many clubs up and down the country do some fabulous work in their communities, but I've seen a number of examples now at Vale Park where we are genuinely making a difference to people's lives, and when you can say that, I think it makes you really proud for the sitting in the privileged position that we all do working for Port Vale, but you understand the position that you hold and how important the community is for the football club.
And one of the big activations that we are really proud of here at the club is the Christmas Appeal. It's come back again for another year. For anyone watching that might not know what the Christmas Appeal is, can you explain that for us and what kind of difference it makes to members of the local community?
Yeah, so the Christmas Appeal is all about some of the stuff I was just talking about actually. So just making sure that as a football club we are supporting those that need support most. So it's definitely not us doing anything in isolation either. So it's a partnership programme. So we work with lots of different organisations, and again our wonderful foundation leading a lot of this work, where we'll be working with families, individuals, groups, where we can look at how we make sure that support is given from donations, from food, from presents, from just making Christmas, which is a wonderful time for so many people, but equally can be such a hard and sad time for a lot. And we want to try and give smiles to those that might find this period difficult. So we've got, I'm sure that the link can be shared again, but there's links that we're asking for donations, we're asking for presents, we're asking for things where we can, from the week of the 16th of December, I think it is, we're going to be going out and ultimately playing Santa for a week, where we can get out and really support young people, families and everyone else in between that need that bit of love into their life in the Christmas period.
And as positive as things have been both on and off the field, there have been a couple of negative incidents where there's been reports of homophobic and racist abuse towards those on the pitch. First of all, the club have taken swift action to deal with them incidents, but a message from you regarding that?
Yeah, I think It is negative, but at the same time, I think the way that we have dealt with it, how positively we dealt with it, how quickly we dealt with it, and most importantly for me, how our supporters reacted. I think the supporters quite quickly made sure in a way that we were going to act swiftly, that we were going to, as a football club, condemn anything that's, discriminatory towards anybody. And that's what's, again, really pleasing for me, that the club will take a no, we won't take any sort of, won't be apologetic and being so hard on these things, I think, and we will make sure that we'll ban people that, want to display those behaviours, want to say those sorts of things, that they aren't welcome at Vale Park, and I think that's, I'm confident in saying that, and I'm confident in saying that because of, the club that we stand for, the values that we have, and equally the supporters that have reacted in the same way. So it's tough, and life's tough, and people are allowed their opinions, people can have their own ways of thinking, but for me it's about respect, and we've got to respect everyone, and here at a football club we do respect everybody, and everyone has a right to come to Vale Park, everyone has a right to enjoy Vale Park and enjoy the football that goes along with it, and all the community work that we've just been discussing literally happens in all our communities across Burslem, Stoke-on-Trent as a whole, and it's something that we're very, very proud of.
And over the last 5 or 6 months, especially in pre-season, we've been working on the formation of a supporter advisory board. Where are we with that? Just a quick update from you as to it. Yeah,
so we're virtually now ready to launch that board. So we had the interviews over the last couple of weeks. The selection process is now done. I was so impressed, and again, it sort of grounds you to realise just how many individuals have the passion, but also the quality, the understanding, the experience of what can work at Port Vale from a supporter point of view. We are delighted with the group that we're going to be announcing very shortly. So it'll be this side of Christmas where we'll be able to do that, and an independent panel. We're part of the interviews, which again I'm delighted that we've done that as a football club to really ensure that we do have an independent voice to challenge, constructively, but constructively challenge the club to have an impact on the decisions that are being made. And the group's going to be one that is reaching out to various areas of the club from different communities, disability, women and girls, our older fans, younger fans, and literally everything else in between. So a real opportunity for people to have a voice, but also help change some things for the better at Vale.
And speaking of changing things for the better, another thing we've been working on to bring supporters closer to the club is a club app. Obviously we've been working on it now for a number of months. Just where are we with that, and are we any closer to a launch?
We're extremely close. I've actually seen a version of it now, that's how close we are, because I definitely wouldn't be seeing that. No one would let me loose or anything like that, and without it being close. So no, it's very close. It is exciting because I do believe it's going to give us a whole new way of interacting with our supporters live as well. So match day, non-match day, but people being able to consume Port Vale content in their own time, at their own leisure, but push notifications and just being able to get stuff that they want to see when they want to see it is really exciting. So I don't want to give a date because you'll probably tell me off, Ben, but I think but it's very, very close. So within the next couple of weeks, I'm sure.
And coming up, we've got a big game against Crewe on Monday. We're recording this on the Friday as we currently speak, but a big game for both the club and the supporters, both on and off the pitch. Yeah,
and these are the games that we want week in, week out, I suppose. We want big games, we want big attendances, we want excitement around the place, and it's going to be a real drive from us as we, again, hopefully continue with the momentum that we've got on and off the pitch at the moment to drive attendances. We want people to come and enjoy the experience at Port Vale. That's win, lose or draw. We all enjoy it more when we win, of course we do, but we can't control that, and we're definitely not going to win every game that we play. But what can we do to make sure that we build attendances, we build the atmosphere, and we build that sense of excitement at Vale? And a game like Crewe is definitely going to do that, so excited for it.
And again, looking ahead way into the future seems mad to say, because obviously we're still about halfway through this season, but planning for next season's 150th anniversary season is well underway. You got any update from your side of things?
Yeah, so the Support Advisory Board are going to play an active role in helping us shape that. So we've already internally looked at a plan around, from a marketing point of view in particular, what that could feel like, I suppose, from the start of next season and then into 2026, and really excited about the plans that we've got, how we can bring former players to get involved in it, how we can really give some appreciation to the history and heritage of 150 years of Port Vale, linking it into the city's centenary as well, so Stoke-on-Trent City centenary, which is going to be part of that as well, and making a real song and dance about the 150th, but making it an exciting one also for supporters to be a part of as we move into next season.
And again, we've got Ryan shaking his head off camera to keep things under wraps, just so we can't release too many spoilers, but an exciting one to look forward to. Matt, thank you for your time and all the best.
No problem, thanks Ben.